On Mornings on the Hill,
Syracuse University is taking action amidst the coronavirus outbreak.
An update from Krause-Heinz Hall on the Not Again SU movement.
The Setner School of Music is canceling performances.
All that plus your weather coming up on this edition of Mornings on the Hill. Andrews.
And I'm Maria Tribalpiece. Thanks for joining us this morning on Mornings on the Hill.
You've seen it all over the country. The coronavirus has affected people, business, and now universities.
Reporter Michelle Knezovic attended Vice Chancellor Mike Haney's press conference on Syracuse's steps moving forward regarding this health epidemic.
Syracuse University is now taking steps moving forward, transitioning their classes to online classes this Friday. Yesterday, Vice Chancellor Mike Haney spoke out to the university about steps moving forward about the coronavirus.
This is a very serious situation, and I hope that our students, our staff, and our faculty take it very seriously. And
Syracuse University announced that after spring break, classes will be continuing online until March 30th. Vice Chancellor Mike Haney announced yesterday that once students leave for spring break, the university does not want them coming back until classes resume regularly.
For spring break, returning to the idea of transitioning to online education, inherent in that idea is students will not be returning to our dormitories who leave.
The school also recommends students be more aware when they're packing to go home.
Ask our students that as they leave for spring break, they think differently, potentially about packing and going home for spring break, that they take with them all of the things that they need to continue their academic studies when they leave: textbooks, laptops, devices, and certainly anything else that they want to have with them, given that there's the potential that they may be away from campus for an extended period of time, longer than certainly spring break.
During the break, the university will be working with public health officials on steps moving forward.
We will continue to work over the course of the coming weeks to evaluate the situation related to coronavirus and make subsequent decisions about whether or not we will resume residential instruction or continue in an online learning mode.
Syracuse University will be posting any updates regarding the coronavirus on www.syracuse.edu/coronavirus. We will keep updating this story as it develops. For Mornings on the Hill, I'm Michelle Knezovic. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Michelle. Our Jillian Andrews is at the monitor to explain some of the myths about the coronavirus.
As the fear of COVID-19 continues to grow, the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, or CDC, and the World Health Organization, or WHO, are trying to make sure the public has the correct information. One myth surrounding the virus is that cold weather can kill it. According to the World Health Organization, this is not the case. This is because no matter the temperature outside, the human body remains 97 to 99 degrees. Even if you live in a region experiencing temperatures below freezing, you are still at risk of contracting the virus from an infected person. Coronavirus is not transmitted by mosquitoes. This is another theory. The CDC says the coronavirus is a respiratory illness. Therefore, it is spread by droplets produced by an infected person. Stay away from individuals that are sneezing or coughing. Even if an individual is cleared by a thermal scanner, it does not mean they are not infected. WHO says that thermal scanners will detect whether someone has a fever, but an individual can be infected without showing symptoms. Even if you are not showing symptoms, you can still spread the virus. It can take anywhere from 10 days to start exhibiting symptoms. Some people believe that you can become infected with the coronavirus if your package comes from a country that's reporting cases of the virus. According to WHO, this is not something people need to seriously be concerned with. It would be highly unlikely that the virus could survive all the different conditions during travel. If you are concerned about a surface, use disinfecting spray and wash your hands after. Quarantine and isolation is another topic people are confused about. Quarantine is for people who have not yet tested positive for the virus, but have been in contact with people who have. Isolation is for people who have tested positive. And so therefore, there's a discrepancy between the words. Now, for more information and for up-to-date numbers on those infected, you can head to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention or the World Health Organization website.
SU held a coronavirus forum to discuss where do we go from here. One hot commodity that people are wearing and you can no longer find in stores is a huge no-no in keeping you safe from the coronavirus.
The respiratory mask that you see a lot of people wearing was discussed at SU's coronavirus forum, but experts say it's a no-go.
Actually, I got this mask a month ago and I don't have much left.
And neither does CVS. Charles Chu never leaves home without it. His mask, that is.
Prevents bacteria from getting into your high senses. So I think it kind of acts as a protection.
However, at the coronavirus forum held at SU's Folk College, David Larson, associate professor of public health, says the masks are a no. It will not protect you from COVID-19.
The virus is transmitted through fomite transmission, which are heavy droplets that then contaminate surfaces. Our hands touch those surfaces, and then we touch our face, and that's the transmission chain. The healthcare workers who are dealing with COVID patients on a very intimate level, and then if you are sick, then you should have a mask. But otherwise, please leave the masks for the healthcare workers.
Currently, with over 1,000 reported cases of the coronavirus in the U.S., Larson says this is where we go from here.
Hand washing, we know, 20 seconds. And then surface disinfectants with either chlorine or alcohol. I want to talk about social distancing.
With the excitement of traveling away for an extended spring break, we want to make sure you're taking every safety precaution possible while being away.
Our Gabrielle Riles is live in studio with more.
Many students will be really eager to leave their dorms and apartment for the now 2-week break, and some may just forget the most important thing, which is to make sure all of the doors and windows in your home is locked. Locking your doors and windows is the first step to ensuring your personal items are kept safe. Some students may be leaving their car back for Substitutes may be leaving their car behind during their trip, but we need to make sure we lock the doors and leave our vehicles in a safe place, whether that's inside of a garage or in a parking area where there is security. When arriving at the airport, make sure to wear plastic gloves and keep disinfectant spray on hand. We need to make sure we keep wipes on hand because we touch so many things while going through TSA, waiting on a plane, and boarding. Be sure to wipe the area where you are sitting as well. Most planes travel to many cities per day, and sometimes you aren't the first person that sits in your seat. And of course, be vigilant and aware of your surroundings. Travel in groups and share your location with a friend if possible. With those precautions, you are sure to be safe during spring break. Hope you enjoy your spring break, Orange Nation. For Mornings on the Hill, I'm Gabrielle Riles.
As students head out at the end of this weekend, we need to know where we're going, and weather can impact that.
Our Cheyenne Nobrega is live on University Ave to tell us what's happening out there. Cheyenne?
Good morning. Although it is currently 32 degrees, it's really not that bad out here. I see the sun creeping through the clouds, and you can expect temperatures to rise throughout the day. Definitely not what we had this weekend. I was out there in the sun. It hit 70s on Monday, and this weekend temperatures were in the 60s. Right now, it's not quite there, but the conditions are really not that bad. We can expect partly cloudy, a little bit of sun today, and similar conditions tomorrow. Although you might want to bring out those umbrellas because Friday it is expected to rain. So if you are traveling, driving home anyway, I definitely would keep that in mind. For most of the part, though, today and tomorrow, you can expect no rain, which is really nice because I stepped outside yesterday and it was pretty bad, storming everywhere. So definitely keep that in mind. Coming up after the break, we have stories and more.
Coronavirus isn't only canceling classes, it has also affected activities throughout the campus. The Setner School of Music has canceled upcoming performances, including last night's symphony orchestra. Graduate student John Harity says he is upset by this.
We worked so hard on the music over the past 7 weeks, and now the concert's not even just postponed, it's just straight up canceled. So now we're never going to get the chance to perform it for an audience, and that's a lot of effort and time that we spend in the practice room and in rehearsal. To have it not come to fruition is kind of frustrating as a student.
In addition to not being able to see their hard work come to fruition, Harity says the situation is also difficult because of how it affects his program.
With the orchestra is kind of an essential part of my field of study, especially if I want to take orchestral playing jobs once I graduate.
And Harity says it's also frustrating because performing live is just different.
You have a live audience out there who's listening to you, and you have to manage your stage fright. There's no going back if you make a mistake. You just have to keep on trucking, and that's a lot different from rehearsal where you can stop and fix mistakes.
Harity also said many of his classmates are frustrated, but he understands that safety and precautions are important.
Although the Setner Music Concert is being canceled, we have a performance from a student today. Our reporter Sarah Ashett wanted Anish Ghosh's performance earlier today.
One Syracuse University musician has been performing since he was 12, and he is not stopping anytime soon.
I look past the clouds as I reach towards the sky. The stars shine down on me, telling me the moon inside, 'cause the pretty people made the moonlight. Pretty people made the moonlight.
can check out Anisha's music on all streaming platforms. For Mornings on the Hill, I'm Sarah Asheh.
Still to come here on Mornings on the Hill, Syracuse University students are making a difference in their community. Find out why.
Stay with us, that story and more just ahead.
Syracuse University students are taking learning to a local church.
Our Sarah Elshesh shares how they are making a difference in the Syracuse community.
Usually our weekends are spent recovering from a crazy week or an even crazier Friday night. But for some Syracuse University students, their Saturdays are spent teaching others.
With me, and I'm going to answer the questions.
Tutoring can be expensive, time-consuming, or not even offered for some elementary and middle school students in Syracuse. And that's been an issue for one father.
For months, I've been looking for tutoring for my sons. Syracuse City School District has a very low reading level for the elementary students.
Azanaya Judah's two sons come to the free drop-in tutoring with Syracuse University students. It's only been 3 weeks, and Judah says they are not stopping anytime soon.
They enjoy it now. It's part of our schedule to come every Saturday at 10 a.m.
These tutoring sessions are also a part of tutor Sammy Chee's weekly routine.
It's great because it's on a Saturday morning, so it kind of forces me to get up early.
Chi has been tutoring for 2 years, and she still gets up early every Saturday because
we're kind of privileged to be in Syracuse, but not everyone in the community is as privileged as me. So it's great if I'm able to help others.
Someone who Sammy helps is Deborah Youngwa. Deborah says these tutoring sessions make all the difference for her school workload.
Just helped me with my English project, and I got my social studies homework done, so I don't have to do that when I get home. I could just do other work that are easier.
Along with tutoring, these sessions provide food and even some field trips. Pastor Gail Rima is in charge of this program, and she says students are leaving with more than just completed homework.
They like that connection. It's a mentoring connection as well as a tutoring connection.
These drop-in sessions are every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at the Stevens Lutheran Church.
STEP Team says that they offer a lot more than just great beats and rhythm.
Our Daryl Cunningham has a story.
Thank you, ladies. I had the opportunity to sit down with two phenomenal members of the Black Rain STEP Team, in which they described to me their experiences and love for the organization.
Green kind of came from, yes, kind of going off of the Black historical roots of STEP. It came from Africa, that gumboot stage, and just how it's transformed and morphed into even Black Greek fraternities and sororities. It's made an impact since then. And then the Rain aspect of it is to hold some kind of royalty to the name or royalty to the history and the culture behind STEP.
Founded in 2005, Black Rain is the only non-Greek affiliated STEP team on this campus. The group prides itself on their ability to showcase the art of stepping through fellowship, discipline, unity, and precision.
The name is meant to pay homage to the fact that unequivocally this performance art is rooted in a Black history. It was a decision. Black Rain has been a form of exercise all these 4 years. It's been something to help me structure my time around. It's been a place I can go to just be a person, because sometimes on campus you feel like you have to maintain your certain type of persona. Pretty I can chat to folk. I'm pretty hicksy, but they're just Black Rain practice. I know I don't have to do any of that.
Me, 3 words that I would say to describe Black Rain for me personally: family. I've seen that's a family to me.
When I think of Black Rain, I just feel grateful.
I would say that there's definitely a respect to it as well. It's not easy getting hard on them sometimes and trying to put my foot down and saying, hey y'all, we need to get to work.
Black Rain is preparing for their spring step show, and they exclusively told me that this year's show's theme is inspired by the movie Us. So stay locked into nccnews.com for the show's date and time. For Mornings on the Hill, I'm Daryl Cunningham.
Thanks, Daryl. That was a great story. I didn't even know that dance group was on campus.
I know, and they're so talented too, just from all the video there. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. We're gonna have to go see them at some point.
Yeah, that's great. So spring break this coming up this week. How are you feeling about traveling?
I'm not traveling too much. I'm just driving home, so that'll be.
And where's home? How far
Home's
is that?
Pennsylvania, not too far. So just get in the car, drive down 81, and I'll be good. So.
Yeah, with your hand sanitizer
yes,
in the cup holder.
Totally.
Yeah.
Before I get in my car, the handle on the door, then the steering wheel, and then every time I stop, same thing. So,
same thing. Yeah,
yes.
absolutely. And minimize stopping so you can just stay in your little bubble. That's your car.
In my safe bubble. But are you traveling for spring break?
Yeah. So my family is flying to Aruba, which I think is okay. I've been religiously checking the CDC and WHO's website to see if anything comes up. And as of now, there doesn't look like there's any cases in Aruba, so hopefully we're okay.
Thank you so much for joining us. This edition of Mornings on the Hill.
Coming up, stay tuned, because at 10:30 we'll have more coming up for you.